Okay.
I'm the alpha.
Let me fucking.
That good, huh?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson! I learned my lesson!
The film opens with Melissa, a young woman deeply in love with another girl named Allison. Melissa identifies as a lesbian, a fact that becomes a source of tension with her father, Mr. Faulkner, who is campaigning for mayor. Concerned about public perception, Faulkner urges Melissa to end her relationship with Allison, fearing it could damage his political image. Melissa refuses and leaves in anger. She later visits Allison, who gives her a heartfelt gift. Meanwhile, at the restaurant where Melissa's brother Adam works, he witnesses his ex-girlfriend Lily kissing a man named Rob. Upset, Adam confronts them, insisting their behavior is inappropriate for the setting. Later, Melissa and Allison visit a bridge known for its tradition of couples locking padlocks engraved with their names as a symbol of eternal love. As they place their own lock, a masked figure arrives in a car. Mistaking it for a prank, Melissa confronts the individual, but he violently attacks her and throws her off the bridge, killing her. A horrified Allison flees back to town and alerts the community. The following morning at school, a professor calls on Adam and Lily to present together. But Adam struggles due to their complicated history. Suddenly, a deputy enters and announces Melissa's murder, prompting the school to shut down. Upon hearing the news, Adam breaks down in grief. Faulkner later confronts Allison's father, blaming Allison for failing to save his daughter. The commissioner questions Allison about the murder weapon, and she provides a sketch. The commissioner notes that the weapon appears highly dangerous. Despite the tragedy, Blair, the current mayor and Faulkner's political rival, refuses to suspend her re-election campaign. She dismisses Melissa's death as irrelevant to the race. Faulkner demands the election be postponed, but Blair insists it will proceed as planned. The next day at school, Allison is attacked by a masked individual wielding a knife. Panicked, she fights back, only to discover it was a cruel prank. The attacker and his girlfriend laugh at her distress. Their professor intervenes, reprimanding them and assuring Allison that disciplinary action will follow. Meanwhile, the commissioner and deputy continue searching for Melissa's body in the river but find no trace, suspecting it may have drifted downstream. They inform Faulkner and his wife, but Faulkner demands that every effort be made to recover his daughter's remains. That evening, Adam visits Allison's home, where her father welcomes him and offers condolences. However, Adam accuses him of prioritizing the election over his daughter's death. Allison's father explains that he has known Faulkner since childhood and that Faulkner has always been consumed by politics, willing to do whatever it takes to win. Adam remains dissatisfied with the explanation. Just then, Adam receives a message from Lily asking to meet. When he tells Allison, she encourages him to go, suggesting it might help him cope. Adam agrees and meets Lily, who embraces him and expresses sympathy for Melissa's death. Observing from a distance, Rob becomes jealous, suspecting they may rekindle their relationship. Meanwhile, the townspeople gather at a local bar, debating whether the upcoming election should be cancelled in light of the tragedy. The town meeting grew tense as heated arguments erupted from both sides. The professor intervened, urging everyone to remain calm and avoid conflict. After meeting with Lily, Adam returned home accompanied by Allison. Witnessing them together, Ron became enraged and lashed out at Lily, accusing her of still harboring feelings for him. Lily attempted to reason with him, but Ron stormed off and headed to the bar. There, he tried to order a beer, but the bartender refused, citing his underage status. Moments later, the deputy arrived and questioned Ron's intentions. Furious, Ron attempted to attack him, but the deputy restrained him, reminding Ron that he was still a child and lacked the maturity to fight. Meanwhile, Lily sat alone, reminiscing about her time with Adam. As they exchanged messages, she put on the jacket he had once given her, noting that it still carried his scent. Suddenly, she heard a noise coming from inside the theater. Investigating, she encountered the same pranksters who had previously frightened her. Startled, she sprayed one of them with pepper spray, causing them to flee. As she prepared to leave, the movie screen abruptly turned on, unsettling her. When she turned around, she was confronted by the masked killer. He shattered a glass panel, causing her to fall and rendering her unable to escape. The killer then murdered her brutally. At Allison's house, Adam confided in her about his breakup with Lily, revealing that she had cheated on him. Melissa had once caught Lily kissing Rob, which led Adam to end the relationship. Later, Allison's father entered the room, smiled at Adam as he slept, and then heard a noise outside. Armed with a tool, he stepped out to investigate and discovered the pranksters attempting another stunt. Startled, they fled, prompting Allison's father to sigh and remark that they would never learn. The next morning, Faulkner arrived at Allison's home, angrily demanding that her father stay away from Adam. Allison's father defended himself, explaining that Adam had come on his own, seeking someone to talk to. Faulkner then took Adam with him. Later, Faulkner encountered Blair, who sarcastically asked for his vote, further aggravating him. Meanwhile, the professor disciplined the pranksters by assigning them the task of writing sorry 2,000 times and confiscated their phones, promising to return them only after the punishment was completed. Left alone in the school, the pair grew bored and became intimate. In the midst of their distraction, the masked killer appeared and struck the boy with a hammer, killing him instantly. The terrified girl fled to the basketball court in search of safety, but the killer found her and delivered a fatal blow with the hammer. While taking out the trash near the theater, Rob discovered his girlfriend's lifeless body in a dumpster. Horrified, he screamed and immediately contacted the police. The deputy, shocked by the news, informed Blair's secretary. Upon hearing that her daughter had been murdered, Blair broke down in tears and rushed to the scene. Upon seeing Lily's body, she screamed in anguish, confirming her identity. Meanwhile, Allison returned to school to retrieve something from her locker. Hearing a noise from a nearby classroom, she investigated and found Adam dressed in the killer's costume. Realizing the truth, she attempted to flee as Adam approached, trying to explain himself. Just as he was about to attack her, Allison's father arrived and impaled him with a wooden stake, killing him instantly. The professor, who witnessed the scene, immediately contacted the authorities. When the police arrived, it was confirmed that Adam had been the killer all along, responsible for the string of murders. Faulkner, devastated, confronted Allison's father in anger. But the latter defended his actions, stating that it had been an act of self-defense. Adam explains to the commissioner that he acted in self-defense and would have been forced to kill his own daughter otherwise. The commissioner accepts his statement and releases him. Later, Rob approaches Allison in her car, claiming the police suspect him and are actively pursuing him. Allison is skeptical and tells him to leave, but Rob insists they should work together to uncover the truth. Meanwhile, Mayor Blair, devastated by her daughter's death, turns to alcohol. Her secretary attempts to intervene, but Blair refuses help. The secretary steps outside and informs the public that the mayor will be late. Rob shares his belief with Allison that another killer may still be at large. Convinced, Allison starts the car and drives off with Rob, unaware that her father and the deputy are secretly following them. Blair eventually arrives to deliver a speech, declaring that the town must conduct door-to-door searches to find the killer. The crowd ridicules her, calling her delusional and refusing to support her campaign. Humiliated, Blair retreats to her cabin, only to find Faulkner already there. He mocks her, saying she has no chance of winning. Their argument is interrupted when the masked killer suddenly appears and fatally stabs Blair through the mouth, then slashes Faulkner's face, killing him as well. The commissioner arrives moments later and attempts to intervene, but is also murdered by the killer. Meanwhile, Allison and Rob arrive at the bridge to investigate Melissa's disappearance. The deputy arrives and urges them to leave, falsely claiming that Allison's father is in danger. Alarmed, Allison hesitates, but Rob grows suspicious. A struggle breaks out, and Rob grabs the deputy's gun. During the scuffle, the weapon discharges, killing the deputy instantly. Shocked, Allison flees. Upon returning home, Allison notices flowers scattered throughout the house, a sign that the killer is nearby. She arms herself with scissors and cautiously heads upstairs. Looking under the bed, she finds a masked figure tied up. Just as she prepares to strike, the figure screams. Allison removes the mask and is stunned to discover it's her father. The real killer had restrained and disguised him, attempting to manipulate Allison into committing patricide. Before she can react, the actual killer attacks her from behind. When Allison regains consciousness, she finds herself tied up, face to face with the masked assailant. As the mask is removed, she is shocked to see Melissa, alive and revealed as the true mastermind behind the murders. Allison demands an explanation. Melissa confesses that she and her brother orchestrated the killings to punish the town's corruption. She claims that their father, the mayor, cared only about money, and that no one truly wanted to fix the city. Melissa admits to murdering her own father and the commissioner, believing they deserved it. She offers Allison a choice: join her or die. Allison refuses to support a murderer. At that moment, the professor arrives and pleads with Melissa to spare Allison, arguing that she is not corrupt. Melissa refuses and insists Allison must die. She hands the professor a hammer, expecting him to carry out the execution. Instead, he stabs Melissa, wounding her. Allison breaks free and attempts to escape, but Melissa grabs her, leading to a violent confrontation. Ultimately, Allison stabs Melissa, killing her. The professor then reveals a shocking truth: he was the true mastermind behind the entire plot. He orchestrated the plan to eliminate the town's corrupt leadership and declares his intention to become the new mayor, with Allison appointed to a high-ranking position. With no other option, Allison agrees. In the final scene, it's revealed that the professor was not acting alone. The deputy and the mayor's secretary were also part of the conspiracy. Together, they eradicated every corrupt figure in the town. Months later, the professor is shown serving as mayor. The town is peaceful and free from corruption. Allison delivers a public speech, with her father proudly standing by her side. And that's how the story concludes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more recaps. Until next time, have a great day.